Bonjour classe, aujourd'hui c'est mardi le 23 octobre. Il pleut et il fait froid. So, what did we do today? Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait aujourd'hui? All right, this is going to be for all classes. I'll just differentiate. For periods 4th, 6th, and 7th, the first thing we did was we completed our weekly warm-up, which had to do with the notes that you were supposed to put in your notebook on page 35. You were supposed to cut out the little slides and put them in number order and then put them on page 35 of your notebook. Those were your telling time notes. And so using the telling time notes, you were to number from 1 to 8. This was on your page 42 of your notebook. And fill in the blanks with the missing words. You may not copy from someone else. We will trade and grade. We ended up not trading and grading. All right, so you looked at your notes and then you were to answer these questions or fill in the blanks with the missing words. For example, one of the slides talked about how we, as Americans, distinguish between the morning, which morning would go here, afternoon and evening, and then this should say we use, and we would put AM here. So morning, afternoon, and evening, we use AM. So basically, that's what you had to do for the rest of them. All right? Looking at the notes that you glued into your notebook, figure out what the missing words are and fill in the blanks. So we did that. Once we were done with that, we went to our Google Classroom. So I'm going to click on Google Classroom, and I'm just going to pick 4th period, but whatever class period you had, that's the one you would go to. We clicked on the French versus U.S. Grading System. All right, mine goes to that. So I'm going to go here. And we started working on this, filling out this handout here. So we clicked on the link, and that gave us the two windows, the one with the document and the one with the website. So here is the website that you're going to go to that talks about the French grading system. Okay? And if you notice, their point system is different from ours. So the first question on our document was, the U.S. grading scale is based on a 100-point system with the GPA on a 4.0 scale. What is the France grading scale? And everybody looked at our scale, and you can see that the highest it goes is 20, and the lowest it goes is 0. So the grade point scale would be a 20-point scale. So that's a big difference between the France system and our system. So then the next question was, what does a French student need to achieve in order to be considered a very good student? So you have very good. So when we go back to the chart, we look for very good, which is right here, which says that in order to be very good, they need to score between a 16 and a 17.99. So we come over here, we write 16 to 17.99. At what point is a French student considered sufficient? Okay, well, let's go back and look. Sufficient, that's the word we're looking for. It's between an 8 and a 9.99. So we go back over here and we type in 8 to 9.99. At what point is he or she considered failing? Go back, read the chart. Let's look. Fail, 0 to 7.99. So we typed that in, 0 to 7.99. Then, based on what we just saw here, where do you think most French students fall within this grading system and why? That was totally your opinion. You go back, you look at the chart, and you say, okay, well, typically 12 to 13, 14, 15, what would it be? Do you think the kids in France fall up here or come up here, or are they somewhere in the middle, or are they down here? It's whatever you think. There's really no wrong answer at this point. So you type in what you think. Then we're going to pull up our grades in Skyward, and we're going to write our 9 weeks average and the corresponding letter grade. So I started mine just as an example. So whatever class period you have, whatever class you have, you type it here next to the class period. Then you look and find your average, and then your letter grade. Now, letter grades are based on the grading scale of 100 points. So if you have 0 to 69, then you have an F. If you have a 70 to a 74 average, then that is considered a D. A 75 to 79 is considered a C, and 80 to 89 is considered a B, and then 90 to 100 is considered an A. So that's how it's broken down. So once you've gotten all your averages, then you come over here and you scroll up and you click on the France GPA calculator. And you come up with this screen. First thing you're going to do is you're going to type in the United States. All right. You don't have to worry about putting in your course name, but you do have to make sure that you add 2 more rows because you've only got 5. So you do that. Here you must type in, I did the same thing that some other student did. All right, let's try it again. So United States, there. All right, and then we got to add our rows. Okay, so you type 1, 1. All these have to be 1 because it's 1 credit hour that you're getting per class. And then you type in your average. All right, so I don't remember what I wrote, but of course you would go back and you would put your average from whatever you did here. So I have 80, 90, 65. So I'm going to put 80, 90, 65 here. And then I'm just going to make up the rest. Got 100 in PE. All right, you got your averages in. You put your ones down and all that. Then you click Calculate GPA. And this is what your GPA is for each individual class. Here's your U.S. letter grade. This is your cumulative, 3.14. Okay? 3.14, that's my cumulative. So when you calculate it, it's going to give you your cumulative. 3.14 is a B. So you come back to your document and you're going to write here in the blank, and I'm just going to change that because I've changed it. 3.14 is a B. Now it says to click the back arrow to go back to the France grading system. And you're going to scroll down to ECTS and look at the table. Based on your letter grade, where would your grade be in their grading system if you were a French student? So let's look back over here. It says to click the back arrow, so we're going to do that. All right, here we are again. First of all, it's a 3.14, which is a B, so let's look up here at this table. B would be considered quite good in honors, so that means that my average points would be between a 12 and a 13.99 out of 20. That's what I would make on average off of any assignment that was given to me. Now let's go back to let's go down to ECTS. So I have a B. So for France, I'm in the good section, and I have a C. So according to the French teachers, I'm a C student, whereas in U.S., I'm considered a B student. So that's what I wanted you to see. And then we're going to do this tomorrow. But once we've gotten that done, all right, so here I would put that I would write, let's see. I would write, for B, I would say assez bien, or quite good, honors, 12 to 13.99. So 12 to 13.99, which is high or good, right? What was it? Let's see. Quite good honors. All right, but then when I look at the letter grade here, it would be considered C or good. So that is the equivalent for the French letter grade. So I am considered a C student, which is good. All right, so I have a B in the States, but I have a C in the France. All right. So then, which grading system would you prefer, theirs or ours, and why? So this is what we're going to do tomorrow. After doing all this other work, you're going to just think about it, and you're going to go, okay, would I rather be under the 20-point system, or would I rather be under my system? And then explain why. So that's what we did today in periods 4th, 6th, and 7th. So get ready to get this taken care of, and we're going to write our paragraph tomorrow. And then we're going to click Turn In. We're going to turn this in, and I'm going to grade it. Au revoir, bon après-midi. Now for 5th period. 5th period, we did the same thing except not the warm-up. And you guys finished up your Google slide presentations. And then we continued and did this very same thing that I just went through with 4th, 6th, and 7th. 5th period, we did the same exact assignment. And so we'll see if you guys get it done by tomorrow or not. Hopefully you will, because you're pre-AP. Bon après-midi.